Still beach time here in Hawaii. Quick update on my knee. A lot of you have been asking about that. Um, what's going on? My surgery was Wednesday afternoon. I had a torn meniscus. They cut a portion of that out, and it went fairly good on Thursday. And when the block wore off Thursday afternoon, it started swelling quite a bit, got pretty sore, started taking pain pills, unfortunately, and icing it a lot. And yesterday it was quite swollen, but I made a point of icing it. I was probably moving around a little bit too much yesterday, and then I found out that I needed to take the ibuprofen and Vicodins both. Ibuprofen for the inflammation, Vicodins for the pain, which is not really my favorite to take so many pain pills. However, so what happened is that this morning I feel a lot better. My knee is still obviously swollen and sore and stiff, and I have a hard time walking. The update is that I'll probably be back at work on Monday, moving slowly, but just don't feel like going back to work tomorrow. And where I work, we do work on Sundays. However, I don't feel that I should be walking so much, and I think I just need to give it enough time to recover. Listen, the major key when you are starting another venture, side project, or another business is the major key to be successful in that is to treat that as a business. Because if it doesn't matter if it's a side project that you're doing or a full-time business you're doing, or you're doing another job, it's to treat what you are doing like a business, especially if you have a regular job and you have a business on the side and you come into this, it's new, it's the first time you've done this. A lot of people here in the islands of Hawaii have 2 and 3 jobs. Some have a business and a job, you know, like us. So the major key of making that work is to treat that as a business. And what do I mean by treating it as a business? That means working it like a business. Actually, you know what? It's working it like a job, and treating it like a job. That if you don't do what you're supposed to do, that if you don't do the prospecting or send the email or send a text message or make the phone call or make the video like I'm doing now, you will be in trouble with your boss, which in this case is yourself, and you'll get fired. And you treat yourself and you treat your business like that. You don't have to take a lot of time and to be successful. The biggest thing is that you need to be consistent. It doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes in the morning, maybe another 15 at lunchtime, or during a break at work, a little bit after lunch, and maybe in the evening again. It does not have to be all in one big lump sum. And that's what a lot of people don't get, especially with our network marketing, is they are so used to the old school thing of going to meetings, and that's totally fine. I got nothing bad to say about that. It's a good thing. However, nowadays you can do a presentation on video and share that with somebody and follow up, which is much more time saving. You need to make that time into it. And so the biggest key that's laying behind that, treating it like a business, is to block that time out of your schedule and decide that you are going to do it no matter what. So what I've learned from Tony Robbins' RPM, and when we are publishing this as a blog post, we will include the link for you with that, where you can get that. What I learned is to focus on the most important things in my life: my faith, my family, my job, my work, and what is most important within my work, and really focus on the 20% of things that deliver 80% of the results. And therefore, when I go then and prioritize that, I block that out into time slots in my schedule. You know, time to go to church, time to read my Bible, time to spend with my wife, have a date night, dinner time, and then the rest of the time is for fun and for work and for my business. What doesn't fit into those just don't fit. So that's why it's important to prioritize your different things in life, and for each of those prioritize the activities that is important within those. And you'd be surprised that that you would find there's a lot of things that you do that, but it's busy work, and you could probably outsource that and have a virtual assistant do that, or you don't even have to do that. Now, we are launching our virtual assistant product, by which we will find people virtual assistants for people and also possibly train them, because my virtual assistant and I have actually been doing that. So my virtual assistant and I are creating a product where we will actually offer you that we will find one for you and also possibly train one for you. However, that is beside the point for now. The biggest thing that I want you to get away from today is, and I simply follow the principle of invest, learn, teach, is that you need to decide what is important in your life, that you need to prioritize that, you need to block time out in your schedule and then be consistent with that. You don't have to do it all, but there are certain things you have to do, and if you can be consistent with it, it's important. For example, in the network marketing industry, and probably in a lot, it's prospecting and following up with your clients, and marketing yourself. What I'm doing right now is marketing myself to you guys. I'm consistent with that. I'm consistently reaching out to people every day and following up with my clients. Those are the most important things. Very important part of my marketing is a blog post every day, which we try to do 6 a week. And since I didn't do one yesterday because I was hurting and couldn't stand for a while, I am doing it today to catch up with that. But there are other things that are maybe not so super important, such as attending your team call, your company's nationwide call, or a conference, or having that extra piece of information to read up about your product, or this extra thing that you need to do for work. That is not going to deliver the results or the major amount of results that you need to make it successful, and to just be at peace about it, and not just be going totally crazy bananas. It's like, I got so much to do, and you're going crazy, you feel that you can never get to do enough. Realize that when you do the most important things and you do it consistently, that is the key to making it work. So what can you learn from this? The best thing that I can do for you is to offer a free 15-minute coaching call with you. If you go to my website, johanvanardi.com, or you can just type in rugbydude.com, you'll find a place where it says schedule a call with me. There's a slot for a free 15-minute call, and on that 15-minute call we can determine what is the best thing that we can help you with to be consistent in your business and your job, and to focus on the more important things in life and how to go about that. And then we can see, is it even worthwhile? Do you qualify? Is it worthwhile for us to go into a system where you're going to pay me to coach you on a regular basis? Or would you get enough value out of the 15-minute to give you a jump start? And I'm totally happy to offer that to you for free. So send me an email, CoachRugbyDude@gmail.com, or simply fill out the form for the free 15-minute consultation on rugbydude.com, and I will be talking to you soon. Take care. God bless. Aloha.